on to the Champions League. They're going to start on the 17th of September. So we've got Danny Jamieson back to talk some more. So, Danny, what are your views on the new format?
It's a bit different. It's going to take maybe a little bit of getting used to, but anyone who's played Football Manager already knows what it's like. They've kind of played through it, and I don't mind it. There's more games, obviously, which is exciting for us fans, and there's more games between the bigger teams earlier on, which is also much better for fans, I suppose. The only issue, I guess, is it's 2 more group games in an already very, very tricky fixture calendar. So are the players going to be fit enough and fresh enough, especially coming off the back of the European Championships, to be at the peak in the knockout stages? But, I mean, look, they're the best nights of the year, aren't they? They're amazing to watch. Can't wait to get started and experience those big games in Europe once again.
So, which games are you particularly looking forward to?
Well, if I was an Aston Villa fan, I would be very excited right now. First time in the Champions League, and you end up with Juventus and a rematch of the 1982 European Cup final when they became European champions against Bayern Munich. I mean, that's pretty good, right? So I'd be absolutely buzzing if I was a Villa fan. The other ones that stand out, I mean, Barcelona playing Bayern Munich, Hansi Flick playing his old club, and as well, there was that humiliation, really, a few years ago. I think it was 8-2 it finished when they played each other, when Bayern Munich won.
So the English teams, what do you think of their chances?
They should all do well. I mean, the way the format works now, with I think it's 24 teams go through to the knockout stages, so all 4 of them should make it through, and then as soon as it's a knockout tournament, I mean, who knows, right? Man City will obviously be one of the favourites. Liverpool look pretty good. They always seem to do quite well in Europe. Arsenal are a very physically strong team now, which usually does well in Europe, and I think Aston Villa could surprise people, you know, because Unai Emery is a European expert, right? He does so well in the Europa League. Maybe he can translate that into the Champions League as well. It would not shock me in the slightest if we wake up in March and Aston Villa are in the quarterfinals. And from there, who knows?
Well, you heard it here first. Yeah. You heard it here first. I think it's interesting to see how UEFA have tried to revitalise the game to get more clubs involved. I mean, obviously there's always a link to money, but I think there are going to be more teams that benefit from a European football profile. It's really exciting.
Who do you think could win it? Who's going to get the title?
I mean, it feels foolish at this point to say anyone apart from Real Madrid, right? Because it doesn't seem to matter how well they play or how good they are or how well they actually play in the matches themselves. They end up winning it anyway. So I guess it's them. So it's theirs to lose, right? City will be good again. I do think Arsenal and Liverpool have a shot. Outside of those, it's very difficult. Maybe Paris Saint-Germain, now that they've lost Mbappe, they could maybe be a little bit more of a Luis Enrique's team. Maybe that gets them over the hump. That would be quite funny if Mbappe leaves to try and win the Champions League with Real Madrid and then PSG go and win it without him. It's difficult to see a winner from outside of those teams, right? They're kind of the big names.
What about Bayern Munich?
Yeah, what about them? It was close, wasn't it, with Real Madrid?
It really was. I mean, they've got an exceptional squad, but Vincent Kompany has taken over, and it's a very different job, isn't it, to Burnley? Burnley and Munich are slightly different places to have to manage. So I guess it all really depends on how he adapts to that big role, and it's so much more pressurised, isn't it, at Bayern Munich? But I'm sure you'd love Harry Kane to get a trophy, right?
Yeah. Yes, I feel so sorry for him. Fingers crossed. Only time I will actually cheer for Bayern Munich will be then.
Thank you so much, Danny, for joining us, and we're really looking forward to your coverage in the Premier League and the Champions League.
Thank you. It's been really good to be being on the show. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.